massive scaling. I think obviously with a Victor and a Varus on the enemy team, you do have to kind of get a little bit worried there, but Ornn being able to give out those masterwork items, strong team fighting setup with Missing and Pays. He's going to try and make a wraparound on this bottom lane. He doesn't know if there's a single ward. He's moving around the tri-brush. This is incredibly creative.
Now Crisp, he's going forward with a flash of his own. JackeyLove already taking some damage onto Missing. He's so low, and first blood picked up by Kanavi. A 5-head play to pick up the first kill of the game in this best-of-3 series. And now Pays is on the run as well. Another Comet Spear connects. They're waiting for Crisp's cooldowns to come back up. Shun is here underneath the turret as well. It will not be any more kills as they will be able to defend themselves underneath their tier 1, but Top Esports find the first blow. That means that those timers could not be available for the next grub timer. As here comes 369 coming in with the unstoppable onslaught, immediately finding Missing, perfectly timed, perfectly sniped out, and Kanavi will land the final blow. It's 2-0 Top Esports. So that was their timer to go for a play. They did not find a kill, only burning 2 summoner spells down in the bottom lane, and so that does mean that Kanavi's able to pick up this first dragon of the game. And Shun is kind of forced on a pretty rough timer at this point. The grubs are also up, but JDG not in a position to fight for those either.
What are they going to be able to go for? Their bottom lane does have priority. They're going to continue to look for this. I like this from Chris, playing very aggressive. And if Kanavi gets 2 of the grubs, he could just ult for this. Hell, even Chris could just find the ignite. It's coming up in a few seconds.
Yeah, there was no threat of a kill without that summoner spell, so they're just trying to force Ala back to lane and give Top Esports a numbers advantage around the grubs, out of which they've already claimed 2. However, Shun is here, Pays on the way as well, and a teleport coming back in. It's going to be Scout joining the party, making it a 4v3, at least for the moment, in favor of JDG. Kanavi dashes in. Going to immediately try to find some damage onto Nico. Cream is still here, but he might just be a little bit too late. The Death Ray will make it a 1-for-1, and the Arcane Storm has already come out. Scout does not have his ultimate anymore. He has the flash to try to escape. Here comes that Grand Starfall, and Shun will go down as well. It's a 2-for-1 for Top Esports, and they can go right back to the grubs.
King Kanavi is in full effect here in this Game 1 versus JDG, and everybody is really performing. Yes, Jackie does go down, but...
And remember, this is him playing against his old team and doing pretty well so far. Here comes a response from JDG. They're going on to Cream with Scout and Missing. Nice to use Pop Blossom, and of course the rest of the damage from Scout will get them back on the board. 500 gold into Nico's hands.
Finally get a play that works here for JDG. That was one where, hey, they put Missing in a side lane. They didn't have anything to do in mid. So it's a plate going over, again over to Top Esports. Got Dragon spawning in 40 seconds. Cream not really missing all that much, and now with this Nico no longer having flash, I think that this next play from JDG will be just that much harder for them to actually execute on.
Yeah, I mean, they did get that kill, which is nice, but if Top Esports get this dragon, that will be the full feats of strength collected for them, and so JDG might just have to give that up as a trade for going for that initial play, unless they can stall things out long enough for the cooldowns of Scout and Missing's ultimates to come back online. Right now it is Top Esports controlling the mid lane. JackeyLove still rather ahead of Pays. The level lead has kind of decreased a bit. It's about 3/4 of a level, but still an advantage here for that 2018 World Champion.
This is just going to be a dragon here. Sun is going to the opposite side of the map. Pays, or Missing, just taking a recall. Maybe they try to set up a dive onto Scout. As soon as that dragon comes down, I mean, you have the Grand Starfall.
Whoa.
That's a visual. Thank you to our observers. Great vision toggle from them.
As Chris, after he used that depth charge, he's suddenly in a world of trouble. As a teleport does come in, the Grand Starfall maybe issued a bit prematurely for Kanavi.
Still, being able to pick up that dragon and at least a little bit more damage. Maybe the first turret going over. Top Esports have completely dominated this game, both in kills, objectives, and now even just the structures themselves. It's a great opener in this game. 15 minutes in, and they have themselves a pretty sizable gold lead. The Herald now spawning. So there should be a numbers advantage for the time being. Cream is also cut away from his team. He really needs an escort. I feel like Top Esports playing a little too fast here. They need to back off, reconnect with the team.
Cream's going to try to come in with the Arcane Storm. Shun does secure the Herald, but the Pop Blossom goes out from Missing, and already it is Scout that gets singled out and dies with his flash still on cooldown. Pays the flash of the wall. Shun does as well.
That's absolutely insane. I think that is very, very good for them.
And that means that they can be very aggressive in terms of going for an invade on this next spawn of the blue buff. 369 out of the bush. Does land a 2-man decimating smash. As a teleport has come in from Scout. He still has his flash. He still has the Between Worlds. And he's going to use it to try to chunk out Kanavi, who does get shut down. That's a kill going over to the Aurora. And now it is 369 just yeeting his way out of there as JDG do find a kill right back. And now we're going to pop this Rift Herald in the mid lane.
With JDG slowly starting to get some of these objectives, but they knew we needed to flash out of that. Otherwise, Cream is getting a lot of resets, and this Victor will be too far ahead.
And was once again Crisp with a really nicely placed dredge line to lock down Scout before he could even use his flash. And now missing might get caught out as Kanavi has found him in his own jungle. However, Cream takes a huge boatload of damage and will go down to the Aurora. Call the Forge God comes out. It's going to be landed here onto the Pantheon, but here comes the response. And here comes Top Esports punching right back. Show with the Crescent Guard will knock away 2. Pays still at half HP on the back line. Going to try to dish out some damage on the 369 with that Kraken Slayer that you talked about, Hulk.
Before Missing has the Pop Blossom and 5 before Arlo with the Call of the Forge God. Just give yourself a little bit of time. Now that you're missing out ways, you need to engage.
And as soon as those cooldowns are up, there goes Missing, and there goes JDG. Already a 2-for-1 trade. And a knockup comes to run a Kanavi. JD Gaming winning out of the team fight, and now Jack11 369 are forced to run for the hills. What a play. Started off by Missing and followed up by the rest of JD Gaming as they will deny the soul point unless a miracle steal comes through.
All right, Jackie, let's see that arrow. Guma got benched for less. They're not going to get the dragon. They're going to stop this, JD Gaming. They're going to try and pull this one out. Mid-prio being gained by Kaisa. Great team fight coming in from Jindong. Just having the wherewithal. Just let's play a little bit patiently. We can slow the game down here. The Magi Soul Stealer already 10 stacks here coming on through. So feeling confident that he's going to continue to be able to stack this up and give him a win more situation. Also, I'm looking at Jackie Love's items. I'm seeing a Tunneler. I'm seeing a Serrated Dirk. Definitely, I think, lowers and softens some of the spikes that we were going to expect from Top Esports. Just as a whole, I mean, you're looking now, 2 items completed for Cream and Kanavi, and for 369.
Your main carriers are on defensive itemizations. We'll see if that means anything here. There's no spell shielded out for Jackie Love yet, and that means he can potentially get singled out. Missing with the Pop Blossom will only land onto 1. We're on the other side of the fight. It's Kanavi taking down Shun. Dash forward from Ala, but not able to find a knockup. Now 369 still very beefy up in this front line, and he will be able to provide enough space to take Ala down.
All right. The entirety of JDG just feels a very much split right there. Not everybody kind of calm, cool, and collected. That might just be the Otacon. I mean, TES, look, they have 3 grubs. It's going to be a drive-by from Cream. Thank you very much. Some more gold for this Victor.
2,500 back in their favor, plus that Thornbound Otacon. That's going to provide even more experience, even more of those Spirit Petals, and of course, that extra effect on takedowns. A lot of good situations set up for Top now as they got a really nice fight around that bottom lane.
Into fights. That's the Proto Belt gone from Missing, so another engage tool missing gone now.
Well, here comes the Ornhorn, and it looks like JDG want to start things off. It only hits onto Ala, but look at Missing. He's already been taken down. Ala has to dash away with the Searing Charge, but the Depth Charge still coming on top. There comes that choo-choo train, and Pace sees the Killer Instinct to get away. 2-0 in favor of Top Esports. They say, screw that soul point. We might just head towards the Baron.
This is going to be the Dragon going over, like we had noted. Soul point here for Top Esports being able to secure them, and another fight where JDG, 2 split, unable to break open the massive armor that is Top Esports front line. 369 is he's level 16 right now. Oh, Jackie Love.
Jackie, we are too far forward into this mid lane. That Edge of Night not going to save you here. As Pays picks up a much-deserved kill, he finally gets on the board, and it's a numbers advantage here for JD Gaming for the next 40 seconds.
All right, Masterwork Kraken Slayer coming on through for Pays. They recognize that they need to make this game into a better situation from them. It's the Baron being started here. Aurora on a massive flank.
Here's the Call of the Forge God. It's going to connect here onto 2 members. 369 tanking up so much on that back line, but here comes the dive. Here comes the Pop Blossom. It lands on a 3 from Missing, but Kanavi's still up and healthy.
No way.
And 369 will not fall. It's a double kill as Pays goes down. All has to flash over the wall, and Kanavi is not done just yet. That Grand Starfall going to cut off Scout's escape. He dashes in, lands that stun, and Kanavi will pick up the kill, and Top Esports get themselves the ace.
And Cream and Kanavi just take over in this fight. The Arcane Storm doing enough work. It was an amazing ultimate from Missing. But Pays, I need to look back in that fight. He still has his flash. Baron being started here for top esports. Jackie Love is coming on through. I wonder if maybe they wait. They got
a little butthurt. It's okay, Kanavi. You're winning this game. It's fine.
All right, well, we'll see what else. Top esports now with Baron on all 5 members, 3 grubs. They're just going to rip apart the base. Scout trying to trade on the opposite side of the map. Objective bounties coming on through. But this could be the end. They're going to be looking on to inhibitor number 1 in mid, inhibitor number 2. And hell, if they don't win the game here, well, guess what? There's a dragon spawning in a minute and a half, and that'll be their dragon soul, the Infernal Drake.
See, Silence is ulti up. Oh man, if we were watching Los Satona's game, you know that Silence going straight into the Nexus turrets. But
oh hell yeah!
Not gonna happen this time. They're gonna back away as the teleport does come in to try to make sure that Scout doesn't finish off that tier 2. And now this Aurora could be caught out as there comes that Grand Starfall. Kanavi really trying to hunt Scout down. He uses the E for the additional movement speed. As here goes Scout, he goes and pops the invis. He's just trying to clear out the wave because he knows that he has met his doom. It's Cream picking up the kill, and Top Esports continuing to add to their lead.
Just absolutely manhandled JDG. There were some questionable moments where JDG were able to fight back, but they are completely demolishing them. I mean, Cream has had a fantastic game. Kanavi has absolutely blown this one open.
Right over the wall with the Blast Cone, immediately trying to start the engage. Pays in some trouble, already chunked down half HP. Still has both the Summoner spells up though. The depth charge goes in on a missing. They don't have enough damage to burst the Nico down from 2 screens away, so instead, they will take the 3rd inhibitor of the game and send their pings towards that Infernal Soul, but maybe they don't even need it. They can just try to end the game right here as All steps too far forward and is taken down. Scout on the back line, does not have his ultimate just yet. Pays once again to head back to the fountain, but he might not be able to get back in time. The pop loss from missing, only doing a little bit of crowd control. Pays dashing in. It's the last ditch effort for JDG, but it will not be enough. A fully charged Q from 369 will seal game number 1 as Top Esports come out with a guns a-blazing in game number 1.
32 minutes, and it felt like for all 32 of it, it was Top Esports.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.